Okay, so we back now. You know, I just had to leave, but now we with Cameron.
Yes, good to be back as a special, keyword, special co-host today.
Yeah, so Cameron, go ahead and introduce our guest today.
And another special co-host to have today on set with us is Mr. Antoine Williams, professional MMA fighter, Muay Thai, and boxer. How you doing?
Pretty good, man.
Nice to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, Mr. Antoine, tell us about yourself. Like, what do you like? How long have you had that belt? Because I know everybody's curious. They're looking at the belt. So, how long have you had it?
I won this belt March of 2013. So it's been a little while.
Ain't nobody can take it from you?
Nah, not right now. I can't let them do that.
So, I mean, like, how long have you been like boxing or doing MMA?
Started in end of 2009, going into 2010. Trained for about a year and a couple months before I had my first amateur fight.
Why MMA and not boxing? And which is traditional for most African Americans?
Traditional would probably be boxing. When I was a kid, I started with Taekwondo, you know, some other traditional karate, capoeira, stuff like that. You know, and as I got older, I found MMA, which is, you know, what we always do when we start a fight. We always end up on the ground. You know, somebody does. So MMA was a good home for me.
Yeah. So, how long have you been training for MMA?
7, 8 years. 7, 8
Wow, that's a while.
Yeah.
So you just make it like your career. I mean, that's all you do, right?
Yeah, I do. I have a day job too. I'm with Autoflex Leasing.
But how intense does it get whenever you do training?
For me, starting right now, I'm up to 2 a days workouts. But starting next week, I start like at 5 in the morning to like 7. I do my strength conditioning. Then at 11 to 1, I go to my gym, George Kowalski's Boxing and Muay Thai, where I do my jiu-jitsu and boxing, or boxing and Muay Thai. Then at 6:30 to 9:30, same gym, I do like my wrestling or, you know, boxing and Muay Thai.
So for those who might want to know, how difficult is MMA training, like for someone who want to grow up and fight in MMA?
It's a mindset, man. It could be difficult if you let it be difficult. You know, if you're dedicated and you put 100% toward, you know, your craft or your sport, you know, it's really fun. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it'll be difficult if you have that mindset.
Other than it being fun, what other upsides come with being in MMA?
Meeting new people, getting yourself out there, you know, putting what you believe out there in the world, you know, success, you know, it could be, you know, money into the in the game if you dedicate yourself to the professional level, you know, and you know, if you want to be on TV, you know, you have that option, you know, if you fight and dedicate your time to, you know, winning, you know, stuff like that.
So, do you have like some type of move that everybody know you for? That you might do to somebody and then it'll be over, they know you're going to win.
I'm a big kicker. So I put a few people down with some good kicks.
Like, is it like a little back kick? Like,
Now spin around the house to the leg, straight through. I'm trying to break everything, finger bone. You know, I'm trying to get it all, bring it home to me.
yeah, go ahead and take it out right then.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it.
What are some of your short-term and long-term goals in MMA?
Short-term goals to actually defend this title and bring it back home in March this year, 2015 March, and end up ultimately in 4 or 5 more fights, end up in the UFC.
So, do you also like train people?
I do. I got a few students. I used to have a pretty good undefeated amateur team when I was teaching, when I was coaching the team. About in 2011, 2012, we had all the guys that were undefeated, you know, doing their thing. Well, you know, we did other things besides part companies.
So is it a way that like the people can reach out to you or anything?
Yeah, you can have Facebook. You can reach me at Antoine, ANTWAN 07-2003 at yahoo.com, or Antoine Williams. In my gym, like I said, George Kowalski's Boxing and Muay Thai, Valley Ranch, Texas, 635 in MacArthur. If you want to come check it out.
So yeah, can you give us like an African American who inspired you?
Got a few of those, man. You got in the kickboxing world, Muay Thai, Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham. You know he was really talented. Then you got your Muhammad Ali's, your Mike Tyson's. You got some of the guys now, man. Anthony Njoku. I met him, trained with him a little bit. He was in the UFC. He's fighting in Legacy this weekend. You got a lot of different guys.
So before we go on, me and Brother Jabari, we would like to say, please excuse the technical issues that we had and the delay. We just want to apologize on our part. And so now back into the conversation. Mr.
Sorry about that, guys.
What do you want the audience out there to know about you?
Man, that I'm just, I'm here. I love, what I do. I love people, getting to know people, helping people out, to pursue their dreams, try to be motivational in every aspect, and just that, if you need me, I'm here for you.
So tell us about like your childhood, how you grew up.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good one. I grew up, pretty challenging home, doing different things, going different places, and pretty rough, but good. Had a good family, went through a lot of things and a lot of struggles, as African American people, coming from a small country town, which is Corsicana. It's my home, love it, but we went through a lot of trials and tribulations, but we're overcoming it.
With those struggles, did that help you like want to inspire you to become the champion? Like, did that inspire you to become the best you could be or anything?
Yeah, it does. Coming from my upbringing, man, it was tough. So okay, go ahead. Doing MMA, I'm like really patient and calm in the cage and in the ring, and going through like getting punched and elbows and one fight I got cut and I was just really patient and and just my upbringing, probably the tough and trial and tribulations was able to help me go through what I went through in those fights.
How has your family been important to help you through those trials and tribulations and all those different struggles that you went through in your career?
Man, they've been there. They're there as much as they can. They're my immediate family. They talk to me and they help me. When I'm going through a mental part. And they're there. My immediate family mostly.
So do you have like one person like whenever you're really going through something or you're really down that you can always talk to or always be there for you, who give you the advice that you need?
Yeah, I got a good friend, Cedric Jenkins, man. We talk every day. We talk every day about, different things, work, if we're dating somebody or, how's, his job going, how's my job going, my fight career, stuff like that.
We have time for one last question. Are there any downsides to MMA?
Man, the bumps and bruises. The bumps and bruises, man. If you don't do it right, if you don't train properly, you can be damaged pretty bad, mentally and physically.
You said so mentally. How would it hurt mentally?
It just losses or injuries, can affect you in your day-to-day life. And also how people look at you. They always, some people are always trying to look out for a handout. They think you're doing something.
Wow. So, thank you, Mr. Antoine, for sharing your life struggles and how you got the championship belt. That looks nice. So, we're about to get ready to go to commercial. And yes, please excuse us for the technical difficulties. And thank you for tuning in right now. And we'll be on commercial break. So, check us out.
This is STI740, Black History Moment, and I'm Gregory Cherry with.
And I am Michael Church.
And today we're going to be talking about the Ankh, the meaning of the Ankh, and the word meaning of the Ankh, and the comparison of the Ankh.
All right. So what is this symbol we have today, brother?
This symbol right here is the ancient Egyptian Ankh, or ancient Kemet, which means black land. And it's spelled Khmet. A-M-E-T, Kemet. That is ancient Egypt, meaning when they made the land. The Ankh actually represents the womb, which is the female part, which represents the creation of life. When you use your mind, it creates a potential picture, and it goes through either a negative charge or a positive charge, whether you think of it. So if you go through a negative charge, it will produce and it will go through a process of life, and that's the bottom part. So as you create a thought, it goes through the mind, which is the womb, which is the creativity. It goes through whether the positive charge or negative charge. Now, whatever charge it goes through, it produces and it goes out and it creates the universe. That is the meaning of the Ankh.
Well, this is a very interesting symbol because coming from an electrical background, it looks like a current. It looks like you can actually have a current which starts at the ground and actually includes positive and negative, just like an electric current.
That is true. Either way you think of it, it is either a current where you create whatever you want it to be, whether positive or negative, and it will go through both. It may start off negative, and once you learn a particular thing of going through the journey of life, you start your journey off at the bottom, you work your way up, you work your way back down.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is it my imagination, or does this look a lot like a cross?
It pretty does look like a cross. If you close this off, it will look like a straight line, and you'll be like, man, that's a cross. So one question is, why isn't it a cross?
Well, my question is, why would anyone want to close off the womb in order to create a cross?
I guess when they, that's a
rhetorical question.
It's a very good question. But that is the Ankh. That is its meaning. That is what I researched on, and I'm 22 years old. I know I have a lot more to study on. So its meaning is very deep. It is life itself, and the Ankh basically represents the human. If you look at the Ankh very closely, you see the head, you see the arms, you see the legs. So everyone is an Ankh. Everyone is living. Everyone is creativity. Everyone is the universe in a way, but it is not everything because we are one item. You see what I'm saying? So everyone is an Ankh, but you have to know what you're going through. You have to know your own journey. That's what the Ankh represents. That's what the our ancient ancestors try to teach us. So whether you view it and you're going through your life, whether in the negative energy world, and you work your way up and you cross over to that positivity, you're going into your energy current. So that is your journey. So when they say follow your journey, this is what they mean. That is the significance of the Ankh.
So the Ankh means life.
Ankh means life.
So if I were to spell out the word Ankh, I would see A-U-N-G-K-H. Now I understand everybody doesn't spell it the same, but if you wanted the complete comprehensive spelling, you would have an A-U, which actually means life in Kemet. It's also where the Latins get the word for water, O. If you looked at Latin, the word for water is O. And then we translate it into English with the letter O, which is what derives into the word ocean. And also the ing sound, unk, that's the sound that gives something life. That's energy. For example, if you're an MMA fighter and you're lifting weights and you're throwing a punch, you're gonna go, because that's energy. That's the human spirit expressing power. And that's what's in the word Ankh. It means power of life. You have the AU, which means life. And I don't know if you read about Kemetic history, but if you do, you read about characters such as Oser, AU, and Oset, AU. So you see that commonality of life in the Kemetic metaphor. You also hear that Ankh, which means that whatever you learn, you can't leave it on the book. You can't leave it in the books, but you have to put it into practice. Right? That means you're doing it. You can read about it all day, but when you're doing it, it's going to go like, when you got 350 pounds on you and you got to bench it, you're going to go, and that's what the Ankh is. It's life, but it's not just reading about life, it's living life. What they say on the Matrix, it's not enough to know the path, but you have to walk the path. That's what the Ankh is about.
That is the Ankh. We have a commercial break coming in soon, so.
We need a smoother transition. A little bit more about the Ankh. Because we think that it's an ancient Kemetic symbol, but it's actually in existence and still with us today. In fact, you'd be surprised at how many symbols are in commercial, or how many Kemetic or ancient African symbols are used by companies today. I'll throw a few out. If you know about the symbol of Haru, and then look at Target, you know that a lawsuit is inevitable. If you know the symbol of Volvo, and also the symbol of Haru Kahuti, you know where they got that from. Now I know a lot of that's going to sound strange and foreign, but there's actually a book called Medu Neter, Netuneter, that does a great job of explaining some of the history and meaning of these words. So the Ankh. And also if you break down the word thank you, thank, you see the Ankh in it. So a lot of the words that we think are English, that we give credit to being Latin or Greek, actually had a predecessor, Amharic, which is a predecessor, and even Kemet. And these languages precede Greek, Hebrew, and even Latin.
The Ankh also symbolizes the tree of life, if you think about it, because it has both the positive and the negative, and that is the Ankh.
Alright, what's up, y'all? Y'all tuning in to STI740. My name is Brother Savion Curd, also known as SaviGQ. And today is a special moment. We have Derek Davis on the show. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate you having me.
So, I mean, tell us about your journey up to this point. I mean, you received Player of the Year, and now you're going on pro. That's good.
Oh man, this journey, it's just been, I've been having to play with the cards that I was dealt. In high school, I only had 1 year to start. I was able to accomplish all those great things in 1 year. And throughout college, I was released from a team, just having to control what I could control, and I really just, made the most of what I had, and I was able to do a lot of great things in college too. And now today, man, I'm blessed to be able to sign with a pro indoor football team and continue to take my talent to the next level.
So did you know, like, when you first went to college that you were just going to stick with football, like that was going to be your career?
Oh yeah, I knew it because I knew that my story would be a testimony to a lot of other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew something good was going to come out of it.
Yeah, I like what you said about your testimony.
Yeah.
So for the viewers that are watching today, like, what is your message to the youth?
Man, don't never give up on your dream, on your goals. Just work towards what you want to do. There's always going to be naysayers and doubters, and then there's going to be you proving them wrong. So just keep going, man.
All right, so we want to know how Team Lawrence helped you, reach the success that you had.
Yeah. I think it's more of like, from a mental aspect, man, just training my mind and my body, Coach Lawman does a good job of what he does, man. He's helped a lot of people get to the next level, man, and I'm happy to be one of those people.
Okay. So tell us, like, what's the name of the team you're signing with?
San Angelo Bandits.
What's up? And what team does your dad play for?
My dad went to the University of Colorado, and he wasn't able to go to the next level due to injuries.
Yeah. Did he want you to go there?
Huh?
Did he want you to go there?
Yeah, he did. He did at high school, but I didn't really want to. I didn't want to go there for.
Yeah, I feel you. So we have a couple more questions, but since it's Black History Month, and I'll direct this question to both of y'all. What is a moment in Black history that you were taught when you were younger that you like never forget, and you want our viewers to know and it's important to you?
I'll go first. Well, coming up, when I was coming up as a youth, my family was very outspoken, and I was always taught to let my word be heard and to never be afraid. I always give everything I have, give it 100%. And I kind of took that from high school to college, where I played in Northern Illinois, where I got a chance to play arena football after, and I'm fortunate enough to be in the sports management field now. So I take that same approach to everything I do in life, and I think that's something that will never change, and it's something I instill in my children to this day.
or to me, with Black History, I don't think there's just one moment that stands out to me. I feel like, us as a people have been, set back for many years, and doing the things that we want to do. And for us to be able to do things that can change this world, and make this world better, I think that's big alone, So I don't think that there's just one certain moment, that just sticks out to me.
Yeah. Is there any iconic African American figures in history that that y'all try to emulate, or that y'all just look up to?
Oh man,
So many.
yeah, it's a lot. Yeah,
So many, and it's just, I was always, I guess my family was a pro-Black family, so we were very, we were deep into, African heritage and things like that. So I have so many, from Marcus Garvey to, Luther King, Malcolm X, so many. It's just, it's a combination of all. You kind of just want to transcend that to your life now. That's my personal.
I think for me being an athlete, I would have to say Michael Jordan, because of his drive, man, and him getting through so much adversity and being the type of player that he is and the influence he is for the game that he played, I would like to be emulate, the things that he did, Yeah.
All right, so today we have something very special planned out, and you're gonna walk us through it, right?
Yeah. I'm about to sign a contract with St. Angelo Bandits today.
Right here, STI740. All right, let's get to it. Congratulations. Hey, everybody give him a round of applause. All right, thank you, Mr. Davis, and you for being on the show today.
Thanks for having us. Thank you for having us.
And now we're going to transition to who's who in the community. Thank you. All right, Savion Curd here again, and we just have great guests, special guests coming in the room, and I know that you two were very instrumental in Brother Derek's career. So you guys, I'll let you talk, Mr. Lawrence.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a story. When I first met Derek, I was training somewhere. I think I was training, doing some stuff in the wild or something. Somebody walked in. He walked in with his dad, and somebody said, "Mr. Derek Davis, Arlington Bull." I'm like, "Who? Who is that?" And I was like, "Man, this guy gotta show me something. I mean, I'm real picky about who I train and who I deal with." And I said, "This guy gotta show me something. I want to see him throw." So his dad went outside, and we went to the back of the building. He threw, and I said, "Oh my God, this dude has got it." And I've been a fan of his ever since, and I made sure that I got with him, took him under my wing, along with his dad, and done some stuff with him to get him to the next level. Now, what I'm looking at now is this young man has been formed into a grown man, Russell Wilson type quarterback. Got that rifle arm that everybody needs, everybody looking for. Now we just looking to take it to the next level. And this step we taking today is the level we need them on to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go on to the next level, like from here to the NFL and wherever he can go, because we know he got the arm to do that. We know there's a lot of things going on out there when it comes to, I can say, hand pick. Sometimes they look for you to be hand picked. The main thing about it is, if you got an arm or you can play, you can play. So we're gonna get him through that door he need to get to the next level.
So y'all think y'all see potential in him, y'all work with him?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what we doing right now. I mean, he's taking the steps we look for the steps he's taking the steps we need him to take now to go on to the next level. He's at the next level, he's a professional now. So he's passed high school, he's passed college, now he's a pro. Now we just taking other steps, it's 2, 3, 4, and 5. We always say we continue on. Right?
Absolutely, I think, especially with the position of the quarterback, you can't just be solely about athleticism. He's a very intelligent guy. His IQ is very high, so that makes it that much easier to deal with a guy like that and get that guy out where he needs to be. And his game speaks for itself. He's a proven winner. He's a solid guy all around. once you're quarterback, you have. Those are born attributes that allow the coach to train. So that's what makes him special. And I expect big things from him. And I know he probably expects bigger things from himself. So that's just the type of guy he is. We're all excited for him. It's a great situation.
So as he goes forward in his career, what's the relationship look like?
It's gonna be,
The exact same.
it's gonna stay the same. I mean, we, you know, hey, at Paul Color Team Lawrence, we stay family forever. I mean, we never break up. We don't let the outside world interfere with what we're trying to do. We make sure our athletes stay humble with what we do. And you know, I prefer it that way. You know, we handpick my athletes because you know what you got. You know, you don't have to be wondering if this guy's gonna, gonna turn into something that he's not. So I make sure that when I train Mr. Davis, and when I work his training him, that he pushed. I mean, I pushed him to points that the world ain't even seen. You know, so I know what his level is of mind, heart, and soul. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna be what it's gonna be. He gonna stay humble. He gonna go wherever he wanna go. He gonna make those steps. I guarantee you. You heard it from me.
Man, I just want to say I appreciate everybody that's been supporting me. Because one, to my man next to me, and to you all for having me. You know, just everybody that's been with me throughout this long journey. You know, it's been a long road, man, and we still on it. We're gonna keep going, man, till the wheels fall off.
Hey, look, we still got time, so if you want to shout out anybody else.
Let me give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to his dad, Charles Davis, man, good friend of mine. You know, you got to be a real dad to turn your son over to somebody else and let them handle him and stay out the way. So I want to give a shout out to his dad, Charles Davis, who's the quarterback at the University of Colorado. Rifle arm, he taught this young man everything he needs to know about football. I just stepped in and it made it easy for me. So I want to give a shout out to Charles Davis.
Yeah. Shout out to Pops.
And Pops, I know you looking, so you probably like, bro, give me a shout out. There you go, man, get a shout out. It was a real shout out too.
Yeah, hey, so shout out to him and anybody else who was, like y'all, who was beneficial to his career.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's coaches from high school, college, and on behalf of Texas Football Scouting Management, we appreciate the situation, man. We appreciate it.
And I cannot forget the Davis family, man. That's a family. I had a barbecue one time, and the Davis family came out, they wiped me out. There's a lot of Davises, man. Jardine and all them, man. They just it's a big family, so it's all good. That's right.
Hey, well, look, we appreciate y'all coming on the show, and I look forward to having y'all
Hold on, we got
later on.
one major shout out. I got to shout out to God, man. He's been great
absolutely.
for me, man. He opened so many doors for me, man, and you know, made a way out of nowhere. I can't thank him enough for that.
Yes, shout out to God. And now, we'll take it to commercial. Xavier GQ is out. Tune in to STI740.
Well, now we're back. Hey, that was great over there with the signing. So now we're here with Mrs. Marlena and Mrs. Chrissy.
Hi.
So, I mean, how are y'all doing?
Fantastic.
We're great here. Excited to be here. Thank you guys for having us today.
Yes, thank
It's
you.
our honor to have you. Tell us the name of your company and your magazine in this meeting.
Absolutely. So we're with Fab Dallas Magazine. Fab stands for Fashion and Beauty. It's a local publication based on what's trending in the fashion and beauty industry in Dallas.
When did you guys meet and when did you decide to go into the fashion industry?
Okay. So I'm a consumer. We're all consumers of fashion and beauty, and we live in Dallas. And Dallas, as we know, is a huge place with a lot of fashion and beauty industry professionals. It was a little bit challenging to find opportunities to advertise the different fashion and beauty services, like for beauticians, and it was also for someone like me. I moved around the Metroplex a lot. It was a challenge to find services. So the idea came to put all of that together in a publication. Me, as a black female, it was a little bit challenging to find an opportunity to work in a publication in Dallas. There weren't very many opportunities, so what we decided to do was create the opportunity for ourselves. So we took a leap, learned, researched about publications and how to do it, and we decided to go forward and create Fab Dallas Magazine online and now in print.
So, how long have y'all been doing this? Like this collaboration?
The collaboration, actually, the publication's inaugural issue is coming out soon, so you're getting a preview of the publication itself. So the printed version is coming out, but online and blogging, we released our website last year. So we have a ton of content online, and you will soon see us in print.
Cool. That's nice.
Do you have any questions?
So, after what you just spoke of, what's next after that?
What's next? So we have a lot of big things in mind. We have big dreams, big goals, so we have a lot of big ideas. I would say the most recent thing we have coming up next would be we're going to be throwing a Lucille Ball, Bloggers Ball. Say that 5 times fast. So it's February 27th, so we're really excited about it. What we want to do is we want to bring out a lot of local bloggers. We also want to bring out press and different businesses that we would like to promote and introduce our brand, introduce our magazine. So this event's not just, to have fun. We also would like to put awareness on suicide prevention for adults and young teens. So our proceeds, every $5 that we receive, we'll donate to that charity and that cause. So that's the February 27th. That's what we're having coming up next here.
How do we get in contact with you guys to attend the venue?
The best thing to do is follow our website. So please subscribe to the website. It's fabdallasmag.com. You can also follow us online at fabdallasmag on Instagram and Facebook. And the link to the tickets are in our comments boxes. So you can just follow us online and get the ticket information. And you can just keep up with us that way.
Yeah, follow us, and we'll be posting a lot of things, so we're excited about it. It's coming up in a few weeks, so check out our website, and we'll have a lot of information on our social media outlets as well.
fabdallasmag.com.
Yes, sir.
Y'all need write that down. Write that down.
Yes.
Y'all need to go to that website, get your tickets, football, support the cause.
Support the cause.
Yeah, so can you go into like a deeper meaning of how beauty is defined in your magazine?
Well, beauty is not just pretty pictures and pretty people. We believe there is beauty inside of everybody. And we actually love to look for people who are not just beautiful in appearance, but beautiful in what they do. So we have a segment, we have the beauty of technology, the beauty of business. There's beauty in a lot of people in a lot of ways. So we like to show people that it's not just about pretty pictures and pretty jewelry. There's a lot of beauty in each one of us, and we want to bring that out. We want to support and empower women, empower people all together, and show beauty everyone has within themselves.
What hurdles and obstacles have you two had to overcome being a young entrepreneur, starting up your company?
Absolutely. So one of the challenges that we face is obviously just as a woman, as a black person, it's there's some insecurities and fears that you have to face. You have to be willing to sacrifice certain things. I posted this today on Facebook. You might have to be willing to sacrifice watching Scandal on Thursdays or entertainment or time with your friends to pursue your goals. So one of the primary things I think that we've had to overcome is just our own personal comfort and fear. The willingness to fail, because when you're in business, there's opportunities for you to fail. And when those happen, it's do you continue going or do you give up? So I think our challenges have been normal business things to persevere through. Are we going to persevere through hurdles? And I think we're continuing to fight through challenges. Like challenges maybe people might not want to work with you because you're a woman. People may not want to work with you because of your race. You can say, well, you know what, I'm going to tap out. But we keep going, and we keep creating opportunities for ourselves because that's what we have to do. So I would say our biggest hurdles are ourselves and our ability to persevere through things.
Do you have anything to add to that? Or?
I completely agree with her. When starting a business or really following anything that you're passionate about, it takes you to, you're your biggest enemy. There's an African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm.
Yeah.
So once you conquer those enemies within yourself, you can conquer anything outside. of your world. So that's a really big challenge. And I really hope a lot of people understand that you can do anything. You're only stopping yourself. So once you believe in yourself, you can do anything.
So are y'all involved in like any other businesses or anything?
Actually, yes. So we have Empower, which is our motivational speaking. We do speaking and engagement events. We just are really, our primary focus is helping the Dallas community. So our goals are just to help promote and sponsor things that will generate change in our community.
And empower everyone.
We'd like to thank Ms. Marlena Reagans and Ms. Chrissy Miller and also Mr. Antoine Williams for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
This has been STI740, and we're going to a short commercial break.
Behind you, the microphone's behind you.
There you go. Ahead.
Make sure they on, make sure they on.
I'm Savoy. I'm one of the camera directors on the show.
I'm Bernard. I help direct cameras on the show.
Just so you didn't hear me the first time, I'm John, and I'm the artist for STI740.
Go ahead, GG.
Okay, look, my name is Brother Savion Curd, also known as Savior GQ. You know, a lot of people are asking, you know, what is STI740? You know, it's a sports and education talk show produced and hosted by us, the youth, you know. And we bring the hottest sports news, education, history, talent segment, you name it, every Saturday, 11 a.m. through 12 a.m. on streammyschool.com/STI740. So,
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Yeah. I'm the host, Jabari Garrett, and we always here, we talking about sports, we talking about the news like Savion said, and we're here like from 11 to 12, so keep on tuning in, and we thank y'all for tuning in.
I'm Cameron Ajayi. I'm in 10th grade. Go to the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy at BF Darrell. And today I'm a co-host. Tomorrow, next week, I might be a production manager. A week after that, I might be working cameras. I'm just all over the place right now.
you never know.
Never know.
I'm the man of many talents. So
I am Gregory Cherry, and I am the Black History segment, host. I didn't come up with the word. And I also, work behind the cameras, basically like him if they need me. So that is my position, and that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, so I mean, like this is the whole. I mean, this is the cast. Yeah, I mean,
this is the heart. We're missing some people.
Isaac Cherry, he had his hook
Hey, shout out to Isaac Cherry. Shout out to Isaiah Cherry.
Free cherries.
Look,
Free cherries, man. Free cherries.
We are you. We are your voice. So if, speak your thoughts to us. We'll speak to the youth every week, 11 a.m. through 12.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. It's our fault. We're working on it. We're trying to get better at what we do. But we thank everybody for coming out. And can you introduce yourself?
I'm Antoine Williams, MMA fighter, professional MMA fighter. I'm here local. I'm from Corsa County, Texas. I have a fight coming up in March. It's going to be in Mexico. Not for sure what city yet, but in Mexico right now. I think I'll find out in a couple of days from the promoter. And just ready to bring back another victory, defending my world championship at welterweight. That's 170. So, like I said, for all the kids, these kids are doing a really good, just a great job at what they're doing. Bringing news, education, sports, and just bringing themselves to the table. So I thank you guys for having me on.
And thank you for
yeah,
being a part of the show.
Thank you for being here. You can't lose that championship belt.
No, I can't do that.
Alright, so let's support STI740, expanding the mind with sports and education. I'm Cameron.
I'm Greg.
I'm Sadie.
I'm Jabari.
I'm Bernard.
I'm Savoy. And I'm John.
And for Isaac and Isaiah, shouts out to y'all and much love.
Tune in every week.
STI740. We out.
11
a.m.
From a conception standpoint. So, quite naturally, along the lines of growing up and going through your puberty stages, your
Capitol Hill, being in DC,
seeing decision makers, seeing lobbyists, understanding that every decision that's made ain't made because it's the right decision.
Right.